Shocking revelation about Spanish goalkeeper David Raya playing for Arsenal. The Premier League season has entered the second half of the race, and goalkeeper David Raya has become the goalkeeper in the list of clean sheets with 8 matches. Currently, Arsenal fans have accepted and somewhat admired this goalkeeper, as he proved his talent for most of the season. We can see that. Before recruiting Aaron Ramsdale from Sheffield United in 2021, Mikel Arteta prioritized the name David Raya for the goalkeeper position to implement the plan to bring the Gunners back to their capital position. So, what is so special about Raya that makes Tottenham, Bayern Munich and Arsenal so hungry this summer? All the information you need to know about David Raya, the Spanish player who is Arsenal's latest signing this summer. So who is goalkeeper David Raya? Year of birth, height or anything about this goalkeeper that Arsenal fans don't know? We will reveal in this video. Raya was born on September 15, 1995 in Barcelona, Spain. Raya played as a goalkeeper and began his football career at UE Cornellà. Raya became a professional player in 2014 with Blackburn Rovers in England. Raya had a big breakthrough in his career when he joined Blackburn for promotion in 2018. A good performance at Ewood Park gave him the opportunity to move to Brentford, a team with higher ambitions than Blackburn. In just 2 seasons in the English First Division, Raya and Brentford won the right to be promoted to the Premier League after the 2020 and 2021 seasons. He became the #1 goalkeeper at Brentford, helping the team stay in the Premier League for 2 consecutive seasons. English class. Raya was even called up to the Spanish team in many major tournaments. The advantage of Raya's playing style is the ability to play confidently with his feet and be willing to contribute to the overall gameplay. Thanks to Raya in goal, Brentford always has a numerical advantage when deploying the ball, thereby helping the defense bear less pressure when meeting top English teams. However, Raya's height of 1.83 m is a disadvantage when playing as a goalkeeper. His physique is inferior to most of his colleagues playing in the same position. This weakness is even more obvious when Raya plays football in England, a league famous for its tall strikers and good aerial ability. Limited height makes Raya's ability to control the penalty area not good and needs a lot of support from the defensive players in front. Transfer value of David Raya. Contract details. Transfer fee. According to the latest information we have, goalkeeper David Raya is valued at about €30 million. However, Raya's contract with Brentford is only valid until June 2024, so the Greek community team cannot sell at a higher price. However, Arsenal, Brentford and David Raya have agreed on a surprising deal. The Spanish goalkeeper will agree to a 1-year extension with Brentford until the summer of 2025. As for Arsenal, they will borrow David Raya for the 2023 to 2024 season for a fee of £3 million and £27 million to buy out. In the future, if David Raya achieves enough matches at Emirates Stadium, Raya will have to compete with Aaron Ramsdale. The English goalkeeper showed decline at the end of last season and made many mistakes. Raya's appearance will create competitive pressure for Ramsdale, thereby promoting both of them to develop further. Compared to Ramsdale, Raya appears to be better at playing with his feet and coordinating with teammates. However, he proved to be inferior to his colleague in his ability to control the penalty area and reflexes. Raya will be given the opportunity to play by coach Mikel Arteta, but at first he will have to play the role of Ramsdale's backup. David Raya, typical representative of the modern generation of goalkeepers 11 years ago, after just 1 training session at Blackburn Rovers. Teenager David Raya made the English club spend £10,000 to sign him officially from the Spanish team Cornellà. Now, the above number has increased 4,000 times when Raya has become one of the most sought-after goalkeepers in the Premier League. In the last 2022 to 2023 season, Brentford's goalkeeper faced the most shots from opponents and also had the highest number of lost shots in the tournament. In addition, Raya also ranked first among all goalkeepers in the Premier League in the number of touches and passes thrown. Looking at the whole thing, the 27-year-old player is the representative face of the modern generation of goalkeepers in today's football world, when he can balance the ability to save and launch. David Trench, who coached Raya back when he was at Blackburn Academy, sees his former students' development as predictable. Attacks with his feet. Trench told Sky Sports, "Back in Spain, Raya often played football, so his ability to use his feet developed from there. In addition, during training sessions, we often play golf soccer and tennis soccer to strengthen Raya's strengths. Last year, Raya also said that Drench, who played professionally as a goalkeeper, was the person who had the biggest influence on his own development. The reason I was able to play football until I was 37 years old was because I had good foot skills. Football has changed a lot now compared to then. If the goalkeeper can use his feet, that will be one of the plus points in the eyes of the coaches, besides the ability to catch crosses and make saves. Raya fits Brentford's style of football, and his distribution skills have helped make the club much more dangerous. With that level, Raya can join any team in the top European national championships. Drench added. Not only Drench, top managers like Jurgen Klopp also soon recognized the talent of the Spanish goalkeeper. In the Brentford match against Liverpool in September 2021, Raya's long pass to Sergi Canos played a key factor in the Bees' second goal in the 3-3 draw that day. After the match, Klopp said, Brentford goalkeeper Raya can wear the number 10 shirt. He makes many dangerous passes, and that's exactly what you need to do when playing against us. In response, Raya told Sky Sports, that's the way we play football, and the whole team is based on. Normally, the opponent won't press the goalkeeper, so I have a little more time than the centre-backs to decide on passes. Raya's precise passing ability also helps the satellites above gain an advantage in aerial combat. Last season, Brentford had 3 faces in the top 10 players who won the most aerial duels, including Ben Emi, ranked 1 Saint, Ivan Toney, ranked 6th, and Ethan Pinnock, ranked 7th. Similar to other young players, the 27-year-old goalkeeper was loaned to Southport FC in a situation where the team currently playing in the National League North through Raya's loan spell of relegation. Coach Gary Brabin took over at Southport with the task of taking the club out of last place in the standings. At first, Brabin doubted the young guard's abilities, thinking that his experience would not help the team in the fight for survival. However, Raya's performance quelled all doubts. Raya has a unique personality and great confidence, said Brabin. He spread positive energy to the other players while the atmosphere in the locker room became gloomy. Raya's footwork impresses me. He was the starting point in our progression, and in the end, that plan was successful when the club escaped the bottom 14 of the table. Of course, for a goalkeeper, the most important thing is to save the home team, and Raya also completed that task well. Drench said about his student, Raya is not the typical goalkeeper in everyone's eyes, like 1m9 tall with long arms, so he strived to fight against all stereotypes. You see now, he can save 2 to 3 situations in a row because he has flexible legs. Raya makes saves look easy. If you meet him in real life, you will be surprised because Raya has hands as big as a shovel. In 2020, Arsenal approached Raya with the desire to replace Bernd Leno's position after Mikel Arteta took charge. However, for many reasons, Arteta did not have a plan for the guard position. After that, the Spanish coach moved to sign a goalkeeper with equally good footwork, Aaron Ramsdale. The key to Arsenal's long-term interest in Raya lies in the club's ownership of goalkeeping coach Inaki Kana, who moved to the Gunners from Brentford in December 2019. Look at the diagram below. Below, we can see the similarities between the two clubs in developing the ball from goal when Kana is on the coaching staff. From the beginning of the summer until now, consecutively Bayern Munich, Tottenham and even Manchester United before Andre Onana have approached Brentford to convince the Bees to sell Raya. However, in the end, with Edu Gasper's skillful persuasion and Mikel Arteta's clear plan, the Spanish goalkeeper decided to join the Gunners squad. Clearly, Raya is a person who is not afraid of fighting after having dabbled in the low-level tournament with Southport. Therefore, the fight for a main spot in the wooden goal between Raya and Ramsdale is a battle worth watching at the Emirates this upcoming season. Why is Arsenal pursuing goalkeeper David Raya despite possessing many talented goalkeepers? Arsenal entered this transfer window with the ambition to continue to maintain their status as a championship candidate, after suddenly becoming Manchester City's strongest opponent last season. Evidence of that emerged throughout the summer. They turned Declan Rice into the most expensive player in UK history, along with the appearance of 2 other quality rookies, Kai Havertz and Jerian Timber, while also retaining key factors, including Aaron Ramsdale, Bukayo Saka, William Saliba and Regis Nelson. Recently, A surprising development emerged because of Arsenal's interest in Brentford's number 1 goalkeeper, David Raya, despite having just renewed his contract with Ramsdale. This approach is implemented at the Gunners. Ramsdale himself was the first to benefit from it, when the Emirates Stadium club brought him back for a transfer fee of £24 million from Sheffield United. Their intention was to provide competition for the number 1 goalkeeper at the time, Bernd Leno, but Ramsdale quickly overtook him. Leno's throne in the 2021-2022 season. Last season, Alexander Zinchenko elevated Arsenal far beyond expectations when he replaced Kieran Tierney as left-back and brought another powerful weapon to this team's playing style. During the current PLE season, Timber has shown that he is capable of doing the same through his comfort in any position on defence. Ramsdale, who signed a lucrative new contract in May, has played a vital role in Arsenal's development, but the move towards Raya is a sign that the Gunners are looking to move forward. How far? Arsenal was already interested in Raya before Ramsdale joined, as he was one of their targets in the summer of 2020. At that time, the Spanish star had only played for Brentford for 1 season, helping them reach the Championship playoff final. But the most important factor leading to Arsenal's interest was that he had spent 6 months worked with goalkeeping coach Inaki Kane before he joined Mikel Arteta's coaching staff in December 2019. Since then, the trajectory of the Spain international and Brentford has been steadily upward, even as Raya has rejected 2 contract extension offers from the club in the past year. "I want to play in Europe and compete for trophies," he told The Athletic in February. When the 27-year-old star first arrived in England for a trial with Blackburn Rovers, his dream was to fight in the Premier League. That dream came true in the confrontation with Arsenal on August 13, 2021, and he now has the date, month and year of this milestone tattooed on the back of his neck. After 2 seasons, Raya has made 62 appearances in the Premier League and has become one of the best keepers in the tournament. His blocking ability is one of the key factors that helped Brentford successfully survive relegation in the first season after promotion and then take 9th place last season. In those 2 seasons, Raya exceeded expectations by more than 5 saves, 512 to be exact. This parameter is determined through the expected number of goals conceded based on difficulty of the shots on target he has faced and the actual number of goals conceded. We can now compare Raya's saves with Ramsdale's last season using the above method in the table below to get a clearer picture of the 2 keepers. This last season was the first time in Raya's career that the number of saves exceeded expectations over 5, 7, but in all previous seasons, he recorded numbers below expectations in this aspect. Therefore, we will need more time to observe whether the performance in the 2022-2023 campaign really stems from the Spanish goalkeeper's blocking ability being raised to a higher level, new or simply temporary form, and how long can this form be maintained. The time Ramsdale spent playing for Arsenal was equivalent to the time Raya spent fighting in the Premier League. Despite having an unremarkable position in the rankings of goalkeepers' save ability in the last 2 seasons of the English National Championship, conceding about 0.7 more goals than the expected number based on the danger of shots on target faced, ranked 13th, but that doesn't necessarily mean he played poorly. In fact, Ramsdale is average in the Premier League in this respect, although last season he saved below expectations -1.2 after an above-par performance in his first campaign, helping Arsenal receive about 0.49 fewer goals than the expected number. Now, we come to the most interesting part. Ball distribution. This is one of the highlights of Raya since he rose to the Premier League. Liverpool head coach Jurgen Klopp has tasted the benefits of the Spanish star in this aspect after 1 month since he played in the top division of English football. That goalkeeper, Raya, should have worn the number 10 shirt, the German coach admired after a 3-3 draw with Brentford in September 2021. A week earlier, a quick and accurate pass from him led to a goal for Brentford against away rivals Wolverhampton Wanderers, thereby sending a warning to the entire Premier League. Previously, Raya's ability to play with his feet had been outstanding at all the clubs he played for in the past: Blackburn Rovers, Southport and Cornella's youth team, partly due to the fact that he regularly played futsal as a child and then continued to diligently hone his kicking skills by playing foot golf in Blackburn. In addition to accurate long kicks, Raya's ability to distribute the ball was also shown in a variety of ways last season. When passing short, he tends to play the ball to the left of the Brentford defence with ground passes or flicks to the full-backs or wing-backs. As for long passes, their main destination is the inside area on the left, where Raya has often successfully connected with Ivan Toney, who will then try to push the ball to where teammates are in a more favourable position to develop attack situations. In the 2-1 win over Manchester City in November, he got the ball to the striker with 11 long passes. One of the passes Raya played that day was directed towards Ben Emi after a free kick, and the defender headed the ball into Toney's path for him to open the scoring. Score. Before Brentford's 1-1 draw with Aston Villa in April, they used the entire pitch for their warm-up, and Raya was tasked with making long passes to a marked area, located in left side of the opponent's field. Brentford's opening goal on the day came from one of those passes out wide, this time landing on Bryan Mbeumo, who successfully connected with Toney at the far post after this goal. Raya ran straight to the team's coaching staff to celebrate. In the 2022-2023 season, Raya is the one who has attempted and completed the most long passes defined as passes with a distance of more than 36 meters among goalkeepers. They make up 50.7% of his passes, with the fourth highest accuracy 39.3% in the long pass success chart. As for Ramsdale, despite two serious mistakes against Bournemouth and Southampton last season, his ability to distribute the ball is also one of the most important factors at Arsenal. The variety of ball distribution situations that the English goalkeeper performs is not inferior to Raya. Although Ramsdale's long passes are less frequent than Brentford's custodian, accounting for 35.4% of all passes, much of the reason is because of Arsenal's emphasis on Zinchenko in the build-up process. However, Ramsdale is still very confident when passing long, and his diversity in ball distribution has contributed to helping Arsenal become very unpredictable. The English goalkeeper will send the ball directly to Gabriel Jesus, or stretch the opponent's formation with passes aimed at Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli on the flanks, or Arsenal will deploy special arrangements to cater for taking advantage of second ball situations. In the Gunners' recent 5-3 win over Barcelona, a long pass from Ramsdale to Jesus deep in the opposition half led directly to Leandro Trossard's third goal for Arsenal. Arsenal have acted quickly to complete most of their work in this transfer window before travelling to America, but their interest in Raya is understandable. He has become an even better version of the lad they had on their target list 3 years ago, and is certainly on his way out of Brentford, whether this summer or next. It is certainly unusual for a club to be interested in one of the top goalkeepers in the league while already possessing a Ramsdale who are performing extremely well. But this is not the first time Arsenal have recruited a goalkeeper quality subjects to compete with the team's number one keeper under Arteta. This thinking of the Gunners is not redundant at all, especially when next season they will return to the Champions League, where the need for stability across the field will become paramount. Signings with the goal of promoting that have been made by the Emirates Stadium club, especially in defence, with the presence of at least 2 players who can play in every position. The move to approach Raya has once again proven that the Gunners really want to create competition within the entire team. It can be said that, at the present time, there are very few people in the world looking for a goalkeeper with quite good reflexes, and especially the ability to play well with his feet, to launch attacks quickly like David Raya. And Mikel Arteta had his reasons when he chose Raya to start. There are 14 rounds left in the season, and let's wait for this goalkeeper's excellent performance. When he was leading the race to win the Golden Glove in the Premier League with 8 clean sheets. Let's watch the end of the season to make the most honest comments about the Spanish goalkeeper.